Good evening. Hello, everyone. Yes, this is an unscheduled stream. I figured since I have a little bit of extra time this weekend, I may as well get a little bit saucy and do an unscheduled stream. So, yes, I know I'm one of the many people who's doing this game. Thing is, um, I first got it, I got immersed in it like everyone else did, and then, long story short, my brain decided to try to kill me. Oh, hi, Sky. Good to see you. I'm just doing a little bit of story time before I jump in real quick to explain why I haven't finished Baldur's Gate 3 yet. Um, yeah, I got right up to Act 3, and, well, long story short, my brain decided to try to kill me, and if you've played this game, you can see why that might be a little bit on the nose. So, well, I'm going to try and get through this. You will get to maybe not see my facial expressions, but you'll at least get to hear my reactions to it. So I hope that you enjoy. And without further ado, let's get to it. It will surprise absolutely no one who knows me that I am playing a bard. Bards are my favorite D&D character class, and in fact, my PNG tuber is based on my original and quote-unquote canon character.
This is the pool that thing came from. The parasite now writhing behind your eye.
Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much. If you look on my About page, you'll see my friend Gull the Cactus actually designed her for me, based on my kind of in my head concept. So I don't know if Gull is doing any art commissions right now, but if you want to check out their work, their link is on my About page. First roll, let's see how this goes. Ooh. Well, good thing I'm hot, right?
You notice nothing more than meets the eye.
So, I'm gonna touch it. Well, not the most ideal of outcomes, but
Dead. Good.
also a small note, I'm playing this using mouse and keyboard, and I tend to move
Just a step.
a bit quickly, so if it gives you a little bit of whiplash, I really am sorry. Okay.
Not everyone made it out alive. Might be useful.
visions project into your mind. An Nautiloid hurtling through the plains, resplendent with psionic energy.
Now, as I mentioned, I did get through all the way to the beginning of Act 3, so I'm not going to be doing all of the little read-throughs of the lore bits. If you're really curious about those, there are probably wikis where you can find them on it.
Lucky I made it out.
But they do give you some interesting little... Aha! Okay. You've played up to Act 2. Well, I don't think I'm going to get that far tonight.
Cursed to put my hands on everything. Might still be stuck inside if we haven't been attacked.
I am playing on my home machine that I built myself. Well, technically, a dude friend of mine built the first version of it back in 2005, but he forgot to put a fan in it and melted the CPU right to the motherboard. So, if you want to do something right, you do it yourself, and I learned how to build computers on my own. I've been maintaining this computer since 2005.
Odd. I feel better.
Feeling better after putting your head in the healing tentacles. Okay. I'd also like to note that because I'm playing this on PC, I tend to play it modded to hell and back, so her hair is a mod,
To save us from this
her face
place.
is a mod.
From this place, you'll free us.
The exposed brain quivers in expectation.
Please. Before they return. They return.
Aha. Yeah, moving is a pain in the butt. I honestly don't blame you.
A newborn. Born new from this husk.
You realize you're talking to an intellect devourer, a minion of the mind flayers who abducted you.
Remove us from this body. From this case. Free us. Please.
Okay. Hopefully we'll do better on this check than we did on the very first one. Oh, thank goodness.
You notice edema, a swelling of the brain causing pressure where it strains against the shell of the skull.
I don't have skills in medicine, so I'm going to try and carefully remove the brain. Okay. Whew.
The brain lifts from the skull, but you notice an opportunity. You could cripple the strange creature, making it more subservient should it prove a threat.
Oh! Oh my goodness. Well, consequences, maybe? Oof. Horrible things with legs. I love that the delicate operation that you do to disable the brain or kind of weaken it is just jamming your thumb into it. That's just delightful.
Abomination. This is your end. Your head throbs and your skin tingles. Visions rush past. A dragon's wing, a silver sword, and a flash of your face seen through the strange woman's eyes. Oh, my head. What is this? Skvar, you are no thrall. Vlaakith blesses me this day. Together, we might survive. We carry mind flayer parasites. Unless we escape, unless we are cleansed, our bodies and minds will be tainted and twisted. Within days, we will be Geich, mind flayers. We can do nothing until we escape. That must be our priority. First, we exterminate the imps. Then we find the helm and take control of the ship. We will address the matter of a cure for this infection once we reach the material plane.
Hit with some good old bardic inspiration. And dissonant whispers. And we're going to
strike. Taste my fury.
rude.
Hey you! Threadbare chip-jacking!
I will ascend. I will not know fear. My path be true.
This is also the first time that I've attempted a playthrough on the new build of my computer.
You prove surprisingly adequate in battle. Now,
Surprisingly
to the
adequate. But yes, I just finished an upgrade of this computer, and a friend of mine who wishes to remain anonymous was so kind as to donate a Ryzen 9 CPU. I'm also running this on 2 graphics cards. It's late for me. I don't remember what they're named. But
The ship won't be able to take another dragon attack.
let's
We
just
need to
say
get out before it's too late.
I am running this on max graphics settings. And it's not really batting an eyelash. This is why everything is looking extra goopy. Also, props to whoever designed the sound on this, because they managed to make everything sound very organic and wet. Oh, for sure. This is definitely a hardware upgrade.
Gay machinery. Can make no sense of them hostile. Make way.
And also,
Where do I go from here?
I originally wasn't even going to ask this friend if they would help, but I did, and I'd originally wanted just a one-for-one replacement of what I'd had before, and they said, really, seriously, what is your new motherboard? And I'm playing with a B550F. It's the Pro Series.
Let's see what this does.
And this is a friend. This is a friend who I've learned not necessarily to argue with them when they want to do something nice.
The construction is too
So
alien. Nothing looks familiar.
This ship is crashing. Do you intend to die for a stranger?
I just kind of linked the specs to them and kind of walked away.
Try that contraption next to the pod. They did something to it when they sealed me in. Hurry! Please!
So the moral of the story is,
Open up.
don't be afraid to ask your friends for help. If they can, you might be surprised at what they'll do. Oh. Well, this is new. I think this is because I, stuck my thumb in the brain.
The console appears dormant. The mechanisms are completely unrecognizable at first, but then you spy an empty socket. Nothing. The console remains dormant.
Whatever fits in that socket must power this thing. Need to find a way forward.
I will also admit that my sense of humor can be
Let's have a look.
that of a teenager at times. When I first played this game and saw that the hatchways were called
How many
sphincters, I may have giggled a little bit.
Seems simple enough.
A dazed woman is trapped inside the pod. She doesn't notice you.
This might unlock those controls next to the pod. What's hiding here?
It's really hard not to laugh. And it really doesn't help that everything is just so, well, sorry if you don't like the word, but moist.
As you place your hand on the pod, you hear something. A presence connected to the pod, commanding the person inside to change.
Change her. Changed at the pull of a lever. How? If we
I
are not
know,
purified,
juicy.
This may be our fate.
Strange. Is this to be our fate?
The newborn mind flayer stares at you, weak and dazed.
But not before I take your stuff.
Come on! Get me out of this thing! Good. Try using it on that machine next to me. Hurry! Please!
The console appears dormant. The console hums to life. But what is its purpose? Will it free the captive or transform her like that other unfortunate?
Whew. Just made it.
The pulsing glow and organic lines of the device make it seem more like a beating heart than a machine. This device is different from the one that caused the other captive to transform. Perhaps it will open the nearby pod. Suddenly, you feel a hideous squirming in your head. The parasite. Then discomfort fades, and another sensation washes over you. Connection. Authority. You feel the biomechanical brain of the console process your command and yield to it. A shiver runs across your mind. You feel sated.
At last. Thought I was done for. I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
Your mind lurches into her thoughts. Her gratitude is mixed with wariness, because you have a Gith with you.
You keep dangerous company. Fair point. Looks like there's plenty of fighting ahead. Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way. Shadowheart. One moment. It's nothing. Trust me.
Enough of this chatter. We need to get to the helm. Now.
She's right. Lead on.
So something else that I've noticed is that a lot of people don't seem to like how furrowed the characters' foreheads get when they wince or frown or whatever, but you know what? That's what people's faces do. I get that this is a video game, but I actually kind of like that little bit of extra expressiveness. Might also be because, I'm known for my face journeys.
A brain in a jar. Curious.
Always make use of the healing tentacles. And once more through the sphincter.
We're nearing the helm. Once inside, do as I say.
Who put you in charge? I'll trust my own judgment.
Yank.
And you don't need to speak Gith to know that Lae'zel just said, bitch.
Do it. We will deal with the Geich after we escape.
This thing's falling fast. Got to right it.
Now, if I hadn't horridly botched that roll on, us, the brain, I know that it would have come with me. Oh well.
Heading there.
Still breathing, despite everything.
something else that I know that I also need to watch out for here is not to walk myself through the fire, because that can just be painful.
Time to push my luck again. Breathe deep and move.
Taking position.
Hmm.
It's now or never.
Hurry, before they strike.
Another step forward.
Victory awaits. No time to waste.
Blood comes easy these days. Very well.
Taking position.
I need to reach the transformer.
Rosario will have your head.
Sometimes the only way out is through. Can't slow down.
I am fury. I am death. Consider me intrigued.
The helm's alien transponder. You've made it in time.
I am just amazed at the graphics quality. I think this has been the first big test of what the new configuration can do. And I was just sitting there watching that cinematic, almost agape, because it's beautiful. right. Well,
As you
welcome,
wait,
Fastening
the
Boat
tadpole
6-7.
squirms in your skull.
It is good to see you around here. Thank you for stopping by.
The chaos of the crash site confuses the landscape. You'll need to find a settlement or landmark, and you'll need to do it quickly. The tadpole is a death sentence, and the clock is ticking. You need a cure.
And now seems like a good time for an actual save, not just an autosave.
Anything of use? Very well.
You're alive. I'm alive. How is this possible? The Divine tend to keep their interventions close to the chest. Though, I suppose it's not impossible.
Hmm.
You might want to reconsider calling her a friend. Looks like she ran off without us. You're more concerned for her than she is for you, clearly. We need to take care of ourselves. First things first, we need supplies, shelter, and most of all, a healer. We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
If you're just stopping in, thank you for stopping by. It's good to see you here, and, oh, hey, how are you? It's good to see you. I am doing an unscheduled stream tonight because I figured, I have some spare time. So it's good to see you. Sit back, relax, and enjoy whatever it is that I'm getting into.
We need each other, and we both know what's at stake. Can't think of better company. One thing, just before we go. I wanted to thank you again for freeing me.
Who am
It would
I
have been all too easy
romancing?
for you to run right past my pod, but you didn't.
I haven't figured
I'll
that
remember
out
that.
yet, really.
Lead the way.
Considering that I just got started, and, you missed the very beginning of this when I explained that I've never actually, finished this.
Any attention right now?
That I've never actually, finished this. Because, I got up to the very beginning of Act 3, and then my brain decided that it was going to try to kill me. So I had to pause for a little bit. So I haven't figured out who I'm going to romance this time. But we'll see when we get there. I'm amused by the icon for Turn Undead in this particular game because it looks either like you are, shooing this skeleton out for doing something naughty, or you're just kind of booping it right on the back of the skull. Boop. Huh. That's new. I don't know why. It may have been because of the ellipses. I don't know. I'm still tinkering with the bot. And it looks like it's kind of touchy, so... Oh, okay. I don't know then. I'm still a little bit sad that I horribly botched the role in trying to tame the intellect devourer in the very beginning, or else, you know, we might have had a little bit of a friend later on. I have no idea. It's kind of hard to tell with these bots.
Fresh water. There must be a settlement somewhere nearby.
I'll have a look at it later on, or probably when I have a spare moment, just to see why it deleted that. That's weird.
What's inside?
I suppose they do, in a way, although, that reminds me of something that I read somewhere, an intern horror story, about how the worst job that they had was, how the worst job that they had was, cleaning up after their boss's Sphinx cat, and including Windexing, you know, butthole prints off of a glass table. So there's a mental image for you, and for some reason that's always
I'll take that.
That's always what comes to mind when I think of Sphinx cats. So it looks like Nightbot actually behaved a little bit, and it reminded me to take a little bit of a stretch break. I'm not going to put it on break screen, but I am going to pause a moment for a little stretch. When you're sitting at your desk, it doesn't hurt to take a moment and try and get the stiffness out of your back and your arms. I heartily recommend it.
More of those wretched things.
Vicious filth. Best keep some distance, so this will be a short fight.
Rude. If you're just popping in, thank you for stopping by. Sit back, relax, and enjoy some, well, carnage for now. Ooh, that was a good hit. Ooh. Nice.
Nothing important is ever easy. Hey you! My love, part 12, the boring opponent.
All right. Thank you for stopping by, Sky, and have a great game.
You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Ooh.
If not over, then through. No traps, please. What's in here?
Oh, hey, Killer Machine. Good to see you, and thank you for the follow. It's also worth noting that I set myself the unofficial goal of if I can reach 40 followers by the end of this long weekend, I will teach myself how to play Marvel Rivals on stream. And if by some miracle chance I happen to make affiliate, I will dip my toes into League of Legends.
Can't keep me out.
Skirting the dark side, yes. Now, note I said dip my toes into it. That didn't mean that I would actually, stick with it. I'm also not as heinous at shooters as I thought I would be, considering that the last time I tried them was when I was a teenager.
But that will fit in my bag.
Back in the mid to late 90s. But I'm not as bad at them as I thought I was. Not excellent. But, it could be fun.
Hurry! I've got one of those brain things cornered. There, in the grass. You can kill it, can't you? Like you killed the others?
Oh, Cupcake. That's a great name.
I was hoping for a kind soul. Well, not to worry.
Oh, no.
Shh. Not a word. Let's try to keep that lovely neck of yours in one piece.
Mm-hmm.
And you, keep your distance. No need for this to get messy.
I need her alive. Stow that blade, or I'll show you just how messy things can get.
Sassy.
Promises, promises. But I have other business, I'm afraid. Now, I saw you on the ship, didn't I? Nod?
Don't fail me.
You wretched little...
Your mind twists. You're looking out of unfamiliar eyes, prowling dark, busy streets.
Ugh, again,
You try to hold
yes.
the memory, but it fades to the worm. The light. The fear.
What was that? What's going on? The worm. Of course. That explains things somewhat. And to think, I was ready to decorate the ground with your innards. Apologies.
All right, thank you for the lurk.
A kindred spirit. My name's Astarion. I was in Baldur's Gate when those beasts snatched me. A pleasure. So, do you know anything about these worms? Turn us into... Of course it'll turn me into a monster. What else did I expect? Although, it hasn't happened yet. If we can find an expert, someone that can control these things, there might still be time. You know, I was ready to go this alone, but maybe sticking with the herd isn't such a bad idea. And you seem like a useful person to know. All right. I accept. Lead on.
You know, I think getting that fail and then that crit in that particular order, I think that was better than succeeding.
Trust no one.
I think that was better than succeeding, you know, the first time. More amusing, anyway.
At least things have stayed interesting. Time to press ahead. There. A mind flare. And it's hurt.
That thing's bound to be dangerous, even if injured.
You approach the dying monster. This is the thing that abducted you. You could end its life here and now, if only you didn't feel compassion. Compassion. Yes, you feel hate, and you deserve to be punished for it. You should be whipped, made to bow before this creature in shame. It's possessing your mind, forcing you to love it, but then the feeling slips. The creature's mind seems to focus elsewhere. The monster lies exhausted, defeated. Its eyes, wet orange pearls, radiate malice.
Juicy.
Monster. Death is too good for it.
And as always, loot the corpse.
goblins over there. Worth checking for supplies, maybe.
You don't say.
What's going on with that room? Looks unstable somehow.
Approach the sigil on the stone. Magic glitters and swirls from it erratically, as if malfunctioning. It looks slightly dangerous.
A hand? Anyone?
Well. Alright, don't fail me. Ah! Hello! And thank you for the follow.
Whatever you're doing is working wonders. Now a quick little pull should do the trick.
How you doing? It's good to see you. That is A-okay.
Hello. I'm Gale of Waterdeep. Apologies. I'm usually better at this. A bit shocked, but friend, it's a relief and a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Say, but I know you, don't I? In a manner of speaking.
Well, give your fur
You
kids
are
some
the
love and
Lord as well.
scritchies from me. I will probably be heating mine soon and heading to bed, but I just wanted to get some stream time in.
Then I can only assume you too were on the receiving end of a rather unwelcome insertion in the ocular region.
Insertion in the ocular region. Yummy.
No use sugarcoating it, is there? The insertee we speak of, this parasite, are you aware that after a period of excruciating gestation, it will turn us into mind flayers? It's a process known as ceramorphosis, and let me assure you, it is to be avoided. You don't happen to be a cleric by any chance, do you? A doctor? Surgeon? Uncannily adroit with a knitting needle?
You seem to know
No.
enough about our condition to realize it's beyond most clerics' skills.
Most, no doubt, but I find myself hoping to be in the presence of the few. You don't happen to be one of them. As we've established, few enough can. It's not exactly a common affliction. We're most certainly going to need a healer, and soon, too. How about we lend each other a helping hand once more and look for a healer together?
This is far from it. I have gotten up to the beginning of Act 3, way back when, but I had to pause because my brain literally tried to kill me. And as you know, probably, that is a bit on the nose.
Most excellent. Parasite shared is a parasite halved, or something to that effect. Oh, but before you think you're about to embark on a journey with most
But yes,
ill-mannered a man,
the blood vessels in my brain are slowly dying off, and I found that out
it's an act of foresight
right as
and
I got to
kindness,
Act
I
3 for the
assure you.
first time.
I have a feeling ample opportunities will present themselves
Yeah.
for me to return the favor.
I was like, I'm gonna put a pin in this and come back to this later.
No rest for the wicked, I see.
It is, but, you know, it's part of life. There are some things that we don't get to choose. So, you take the best care of yourself that you can, and you try and live as well as you can, and yeah, you deal with it. I've already had one stroke, and that was not great, but here we are. So, because of that, I'm choosing to take very good care of myself to keep myself around for as long as I can, so that I can do the most good and be the best person that I can with what I have. Okay.
Still breathing, despite everything. At the ready.
So, yes, you got a fair dose of a tragic backstory right there, but that is the, ooh, geez, version of why this isn't my first playthrough, but why I still haven't finished. Oh, yes, that is super valid. Solidarity fist bump. Like, I've been dealing with fibro since the age of 18, so I'm kind of used to it at this point, but man, it is not great. Oh, and speaking of fur babies, one of mine is coming by to say hello, so I figure I've probably got about another 20 minutes before he starts, clawing my butt in my office chair. Oh, come on, Shadowheart, get your shit together.
You're both twice as tall as me, but have half the bloody backbone.
But we don't know what that thing even is. And what about the crypt?
I'm telling you, it's a ship. And the crypt can wait. Mari and Barton have been trying to break in for days. Now we... Stop! Got ourselves competition already. That's our ship.
That's kind of how it goes, unfortunately. But I'm glad to... Oh, I personally am oh, wow. Oh, wow, that is a lot. Well, all of that in mind, I personally am glad that you're here. Arthritis is no joke. And pain like that is no joke.
In that case, come on, you lot. No point in getting killed. Second worm gets the cheese and all.
Second mouse gets the cheese, no?
Nobody's getting any damn cheese. Now move it!
You're more cunning than you look. I thought we had a fight on our hands.
One of the reasons why bards are my favorite class, because I can bullshit my way out of just about anything. Now, Now, let's see if I do as well on this.
Thank you, Gibblebuck. Everything all right out there?
All right, all right, all right. Let's do this. Ooh, just.
You sound a bit shaken, boss. Hang on while I find the key.
Well, I'm probably going to save here and go to bed myself because Torpedo is trying to claw my butt, and Torpedo is my cat. So, thank you for coming by. All right. Yeah, I'm going to stop things here because, as I said, one of my cats is giving me the go to bed sign. So, this was an unscheduled stream anyway. I would like to thank everybody who stopped by to say hello. And for the holy cow, 3 new followers. Cool. Thank you for those of you who came by, chatted, even lurked, for those who dropped a follow. And yeah, I will be back tomorrow with my actual scheduled stream. And Saturdays are 40K Saturdays. So I will probably start things off with a little bit of Chaos Gate just to kind of ease myself into things. So thank you for dropping by. I hope you have a wonderful time zone, and please take good care of yourselves.